So we're going to move on to what was night 4, and actually the third to last night due to a lot of the tropical storm stuff that happened. And it was the Blue Justice anniversary show. And I only got to see this only a few days ago because it was held off of New Japan World Zone, but it is on there. And man, this would end up being the main event. And boy, howdy, do we get quite a match out of this, whole. It's hard to speak. I'm having problems talking right now. But heck, did we get a match? Yeah, had such a good match, and because it really showed how good Blue Justice is. Yuji Nagata. I just always refer to him as Blue Justice because it's just, again, it's his nickname, and I've always referred to him as that. But because he's like 50 something now, or like late 40s, early 50s now. 53 or 54 now, and 30 years in this business. That is huge. But he could, like, again, he's not the Blue Justice of 15, 20 years ago, but the man his wrestling IQ is so good. He's slower, but he's just as good as he ever was. Because he shows why he's so good with the technical ability that he has. But then you have a man like the Great Khan, whose technical wrestling skills are top notch, because again, amateur wrestler before he got into the pro wrestling business, and I guess got the top of training because being funded by Gideon Gray, but but it was just a beautiful thing to watch, and seeing a legend face off with a young up and coming wrestler. Like, again, he's only a couple years into his main run with New Japan, and to get a position like this is huge, and to get a win over a legend like this is huge.
100%. I mean, Yuji Nagata, he might not be the same Yuji Nagata he was 10 or 15 years ago, but he still kicks like it.
Oh, dude, I could never kick like that. Come on.
Still quick, still good. It doesn't matter what his age is. If you guys don't already follow him on his Twitter or Instagram, highly recommend it. He is very, very positive. He's a very, very happy individual, and always talking about how he's trying so hard every single day. So if you're looking for motivation and you need it, follow Yuji Nagata. With the Great Khan, I've mentioned it before. I mean, he really is one of those adaptable wrestlers who really almost takes the first few minutes of his match to really feel out what's going on, but he always can match who it is that he's fighting. And Yuji Nagata was no different. The first part of their match was just all technical stuff, them rolling around. It was just classic, great technical wrestling. And then, of course, it evolved into the outside. Of course, Okan, vicious as ever. Tactics from Gideon Gray must be. I believe Gideon Gray was also in Okan's corner for this.
I think so.
Yeah, and then, of course, my personal favorite, Kojima Satoshi, was also in Yuji Nagata's corner, along with Nakanishi, his good friend.
Mr. Bread. Mr. Bread.
Love those guys. This match was absolutely incredible. I love the biting. Like, it really just showed the desperation of both men in that part of the match where they're like, man, I have had you for how long in this match? Just give up. But again, at the end of it, Yuji Nagata, he might be the Blue Justice, but unfortunately, again, he's not the Blue Justice he was of a decade ago. The younger, more spry, little bit more maybe motivated Great Khan was able to catch that pin on Nagata. But not to take away from Nagata, we had an incredible match.
Yes.
And despite the loss, I would love to see them go at it again.
I think he needs to be used, like, not regularly, but on a semi-regular basis, in my opinion. Using him on undercard matches and in like small cards to feature somebody like an Okan or somebody else to help really push somebody forward. But after the match, we did get a bunch of wrestlers out. 2% flowers to Yuji Nagata. Satoshi Kojima is one of the men that presented flowers to him, and we actually got a video from Keiji Muto following too, which I don't know what was said because again it was all in Japanese. But it's just nice to see a legend like Muto recognizing one of his peers in professional wrestling and to give him a shout out, especially working for another company. Again, like, there's not the rivalry between the companies as much as it was before, but just to see that him reach out and put that video out for Nagata was just wonderful to see.
100%, especially with Muda being in another country right now, also being able to shout out.
Again, I don't know when it was recorded, but
That's
again,
true,
yeah, he was over in the U.S. dealing with All Elite Wrestling. So yeah,